I often have women who are making the corporate to entrepreneur journey say to me, I know what I'm doing, so why does this feel so uncomfortable? And it's not the doing part that feels uncomfortable. I'll be completely honest with you. The thing we struggle with the most is the marketing and the sales. For those of us who have achieved a high degree of success in the corporate space, we are expecting to be able to figure this thing out. We're expecting to be able to show up and people will understand what we do, what we deliver, and why they need us as a part of their journey in life. But the struggle isn't so much you knowing what to do. The struggle is understanding what has to change with all the great skills, abilities, and talents that you have in this new space. And that's exactly what competent, experienced corporate women say when they start selling and marketing inside of their own business. Now, I'll tell you, one of the things that typically comes up is we begin thinking we have imposter syndrome. And it is not imposter syndrome, nor is it a confidence issue. What it really boils down to is that you're just unfamiliar with this new territory. And you have to begin to allow yourself to find out the rules of engagement in this new space. And it's not starting over. It's reframing your authority in a way that it shows up with the right lens in the new environment. Now, one of the things about corporate authority is it completely validates for you. Your title validates for you, the brand validates for you, and the reputation that you bring to the table does all of the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to justify your value. The corporate system does that. You get respected because of your title. You get access because of your title. You even get recognition because of your title. But when you go into entrepreneurship, that script is flipped. Entrepreneurship completely flips the script, and now you have to begin articulating the value that was assumed. You have to begin positioning your expertise in a way that you didn't have to before, and you have to make the authority that you bring to the table completely visible and approachable for those who are looking to get their problem solved. And this is the nuance that feels uncomfortable. And it's not uncomfortable because you're unqualified. It is uncomfortable because you never had to do it this way. You haven't been trained to do it this way. In fact, you've been conditioned to do it the way you've been doing it that drove your corporate success. When you are giving the right strategies, the right lenses to reframe your authority, that discomfort goes down and your effectiveness goes up. When you begin to understand that sales are an act of service, marketing is about effective messaging, and visibility is about leadership, everything begins to shift. And so what I am going to be unpacking at my next 2-day experience, Reframe Your Authority, on January 26th and 27th, is how to see it differently. How to take those empowered skills that you had in the corporate space and bring them alive effectively in the entrepreneur realm. This will help you understand how to make the corporate to entrepreneur journey without having this sense that you have to start over. You have way too much credibility, way too much experience to start over. And I want to help you understand how to make the pivot in a way where you can stand up and be empowered in what it is that you're bringing to the marketplace. Now, this centers around messaging. This centers around positioning. This centers around authority. And so I want to invite you to join me on Monday, January 26th and Tuesday, January 27th. I'm going to be creating a space for women to come in and really begin to understand what's really going on and why it feels hard, why the friction feels uncertain, and how you can begin to shift the narrative and turn things around for yourself. I would love to see you in that space if this feels like something that you've been contending with in your business and you want to know how to turn things around. This experience that I am curating is absolutely free. I want to invite you into a space where you can get the support, guidance, and help that you need so that sales and marketing stop being this awkward thing that is making you think you don't know what you're doing and that maybe you even need to stop. I don't want you to stop. I want you to accelerate. Now, each and every day, I've been giving you these 5 key takeaways because I believe that you need thought triggers or mindsets that you can begin to embrace to help change things for yourself. So the first one is this: sales is not about convincing, it's about clarifying. And if you begin to understand that, you'll take that hustle energy out of it. You're not trying to convince anything to anyone. You are trying to make sure you're clarifying effectively what it is you bring to the table. The second one: marketing isn't about manipulation, it's about meaning. So what is the conviction? What is the meaning behind what you're doing? How is this going to make a difference for the person who is looking to solve the problem that you have a great solution for? Number 3, authority is what makes selling unnecessary. Let me say that again. Authority is what makes selling unnecessary. And as you begin to step more powerfully in your authority, in the right frame, in the right lens, it will make selling become less of an issue because you'll be seen for the problem that you can solve and you will attract the people who want to solve that problem. The next one is confidence was never the issue. Visibility was. And I hear that all the time. People will say, I need more confidence. You go in that boardroom and you give them all that you got. You can garner stakeholder buy-in. You are able to get teams engaged to deliver results. So it is not a confidence issue. It is the unfamiliarity that is challenging you, and your visibility is the thing that has to persevere through it. And when you get assured at the strategies that will help you do it well, you will persevere well. And then finally, the last one is this: your resume got you in corporate. Your perspective gets you clients. Your resume got you in corporate, but your perspective gets you in clients. And so I wanted to share these things with you so that you would understand just how much this session that I am going to be hosting is going to make a difference in your business, make a difference in your success, your income, and your impact. So I want to invite you again to join me for Reframe Your Authority. You just have to go to www.ReframeYourAuthority.live to register for this absolutely free experience. I am preparing something that is going to really catapult you into a great success of understanding how to really show up strong, understand who you're speaking to, and become magnetic so that you attract the right clients. I look forward to seeing you in the room.